So here lately I've received an overwhelming amount of requests to talk about motors and transformers. To be completely honest with you, I have no idea where to start, so I'm just going to do what I do best, solving exam problems and talking about every step that I take along the way. So this is video number 1 of I don't know how many videos on Article 430. So with that being said, let's go ahead and work out an example problem from a comprehensive guide to passing the electrical licensing exam. So how about this guy right here? What size THW conductors must be installed for a 208 volt 3-phase 7.5 horsepower motor rated at 20 amps? Now the question is pretty vague and it doesn't specify an application or a duty cycle, so we have to assume this is a continuous duty application. NEC 430.22 states that conductors that supply a single motor used in a continuous duty application shall have an ampacity of not less than 125% of the motor full load current rating. Go ahead and make a note of that right here. Now we need to find the right table, and that's going to be table 430.250, which is titled Full Load Current 3-Phase Alternating Current Motors. So this table is organized by horsepower and voltage. So the first step is going to be to find the correct column. This is a 208 volt motor, so we're going to be in this column right here. Now we need to re-identify how many horsepower our motor is, which is 7.5 horsepower. So we're going to find where 7.5 horsepower intersects with 208 volts, and our ampacity is going to be 24.2. So that's going to be 24.2 amps. Remember, continuous duty application, so times 125% equals 30.25. Now we need to find our conductor ampacity. We already identified that our conductor insulation is THW, which is rated for 75 degrees Celsius, and our conductor needs to have an ampacity of at least 30.25 amps. So, 75 degrees Celsius, 30.25 amps. Number 10 at 75 degrees Celsius is good for 35 amps. So the correct answer is number 10, copper. Now, I already know what a lot of you installers are getting ready to say. Number 10 is only good for 30 amps and you cannot exceed that. And yes, the small conductor rule of 240.4D, specifically 240.4D8, states that number 10 copper cannot exceed 30 amps. However, you guys need to read the reference on 240.4D small conductors unless specifically permitted in 240.4E or G. Take a look at table 240.4G, motor and motor control circuit conductors. It's going to direct us to Article 430. So the small conductor rule does not apply in this application. Number 10 copper is the correct answer. Anyways, hopefully I was able to help some of you guys out with this. Like I said before, this is part 1 of I don't know how many videos. If you guys have any questions, you can always DM me or drop it down in the comments. And if you're looking for some good study material like this comprehensive guide to passing the electrical licensing exam, click that link down below.